Lisa from Mythical Witchery. Welcome to my channel, and if you've been here before, welcome back. Today I'm doing a flip through and a review of the Anima Mundi Tarot. This is one of my very favorite tarot decks, if not my absolute favorite. I love this deck. It touches me on so many levels. I absolutely love it. I'm so excited to share this with you. So a little bit about this deck. This is an indie deck. It was published by Seattle artist Megan Weirwidden. I hope I said that right. Apologies if not. It was first published through Kickstarter in 2017 and was really successful. It's available for sale through her website, which I will link below, which is thecreepingmoon.co for $45 US. I purchased it in the UK from JP Games for £54, which included VAT and was free shipping. This is a nature-based deck and based on the Rider-Waite-Smith system. Anima Mundi is a Latin term which translates to the world's soul and was originally coined by Plato. It's the belief that all living things on the planet are connected as a single spiritual entity. The art is loosely inspired by medieval iconography and Renaissance art. And she says that this deck is a tribute to the incredible biodiversity of the planet. It's all hand-painted acrylic. So this is the box. It is a sturdy, rigid two-piece box with a smooth laminate finish. And as you can see, a little bit of, I think this is, well, I can't think of what it's called right now. Spot UV, I believe it's called. So this is the inside of the box. The guidebook, it's just a little guidebook, but it's enough. 52 pages long. And includes a little introduction to the cards themselves, an introduction to reading tarot, a few suggested spreads, and then gives meanings for each of the card. Whatever animal is featured on the card is mentioned at the top of the description for the card, and then it gives a meaning for the card, upright and reversed meaning, and that's for all of the cards. So it's a nice good size small book, so if you like to carry your deck around, this is easily transportable. The cards themselves, these are the gorgeous backs. So these measure 120 millimeters by 70 millimeters, which is standard tarot size. That translates to about 2.75 inches by about 4.75 inches, I think. These cards are 350 GSM with a linen finish, and I'm not sure if you can make out the linen finish there. You should be able to. A matte, it's got a nice matte finish to it. They are super, super, super flexible, as you can see. Just so lovely to shuffle as well. The borders on these or the edges rather, are gold foiled edges. And they don't hurt my hands like some foil edges do. So that's the backs once again. She also has an oracle deck. It's called the Nocturna Oracle, which I will be doing a flip through and a review on that as well. And it pairs just beautifully with this deck. But I'm going to flip the camera around. Now we'll have a look at the individual cards. Then we'll give them a shuffle and we'll have a little chat. All right, so we're starting with the Fool, and we got this lovely little fox on here. I love foxes, and having a fox as the Fool card to me is just perfect. the Magician. I'm just going to be checking the book as I go along here so I can tell you exactly what the animals are. This is an owl butterfly. And next, the High Priestess. And this is a barn owl. The Empress. This is peony. And in Chinese culture, the peony is a symbol of fertility, so it's really a perfect choice for the Empress card. The Emperor. And this is a Douglas fir, which, you know, trees are a good representation, I think, for stability and structure and strong foundations. So I think that's really great as well. The Hierophant. This is an elk. The Lovers. These are red-crowned cranes, and this shows them in a mating dance. This is one of the few species on Earth that mate for life, and they're completely monogamous. Interestingly enough, there's actually quite a few bird species that do that, which is really interesting because a lot of species in the rest of the animal kingdom don't. This is the Chariot, and this is a ram. Strength. This is the Hercules beetle. The Hermit. And this is just a common octopus. Again, I think this is just a perfect choice for the Hermit. The Wheel of Fortune. Justice. And this, of course, is a lion. The Hanged Man. Now, this is a really interesting card because this is a Black Widow, but it is a male Black Widow. And of course, the male Black Widow is sacrificed to the female during the mating process, so that by cannibalizing him, it assures that the copulation is successful. So he is sacrificing himself to make sure that the process is successful, which is a really unique and really apropos, I think, choice for the Hanged Man. Death. This is a Death Adder. And again, death is a card that doesn't necessarily mean an actual physical death or end of life, but the end of one thing to make way for something new, a transformation. It's a card of change. And how perfect is that? As a snake sheds its skin. Temperance. This is an azalea. The Devil. And this just shows a human. The Tower. This is a depiction of Mount St. Helens. And if you're not familiar with that, this is a mountain in, oh gosh, I believe it's in Washington State. And it erupted in, I think it was 1980, I believe. I remember, I lived in Alberta at the time, in Calgary, which is, I don't know, maybe 600 miles or so away, but everything was covered with ash for so long. It was unbelievable. So a really perfect card for the Tower. The Moon. Did I miss one? I've got them out of order. Oh, sorry about that. So the star. And this is an American white. Is it ibis or ibis? I'm not 100% sure. Ibis. It's one of those. And here we have the moon, which of course controls the tides and the seas. I apologize if you can hear my neighbor's dog barking. He's quite a big dog. And so we have the sun, and this is a horse. Beautiful horse. Judgment. And this is a golden eagle. And the world. This is showing the Amazon rainforest. And she says in the guidebook, the Amazon rainforest accounts for 20% of the Earth's oxygen production, giving it the nickname the lungs of the Earth. This card is about wholeness, unity, and understanding. So another perfect card. And moving into the Minor Arcana, and we have the Ace of Wands. And the Two of Wands. The Three. The Four. Some of the cards in the minors are a little bit pippish, but it's okay because not all of them are. Here we got the Five. The Six. The Seven. Eight of Wands. I love that with Roadrunner. I think that's Roadrunner. Let me have a look here. Yeah, the Greater Roadrunner. I remember watching the Roadrunner when I was a child. Loved that show. The Nine of Wands. The 10. Oh God, now I've got that song in my head. Roadrunner, if the coyote catches you. Sorry, that's in your head too. And the Page of Wands. And this is the Spotted Salamander. The Knight of Wands. I've got a Jackrabbit. The Queen of Wands. Oh, I love this card. This is a cheetah. Oh my gosh, it's such a pretty card. She looks so elegant, so regal, such a queen. And the King. And this is a coyote. A lot of coyotes around where I grew up. And moving into the cups, and we're starting with the Ace. And the Two of Cups. I love this card. This is another one of those cards that shows two animals that mate for life. And of course, these are seahorses. Perfect choice for this card. Oh, it's beautiful. Makes me so happy. Oh, this is my favorite suit in this deck. It is so pretty. I love all of this. So here we have the Three, and these are sea lions. The Four. This is a hermit crab. The Five of Cups. Oh, this card makes me so... Oh, it just touches my heart. I mean, I relate to this card so deeply. But I think that you can't possibly look at this card without feeling some kind of strong emotion. Here we've got Emperor penguins, and they have experienced the loss of their baby. And you can just feel the grief. The Six of Cups. The Seven. These are all bioluminescent creatures from the sea. The Eight of Cups with a black-browed albatross, leaving everything behind. Gosh, the colors in this deck are so beautiful, aren't they? Every time I use it, it's like the first time again. It's just, I don't know, it's so beautiful. It never gets old for me. This is the 9. And the 10. The Page of Cups. This is a sea otter. Isn't he cute? Oh gosh, he's so cute. The Knight, and that's a dolphin. I love dolphins. One of my very favorite animals. They're so smart. The Queen of Cups, and this is a humpback whale. And the King, and this of course is an orca or a killer whale, which was actually not a whale at all, but a type of dolphin. They're so beautiful. Oh gosh, these cards are so pretty. Okay, moving into the swords, starting with the Ace, of course. And the Two of Swords. And even though this doesn't show someone blindfolded, it's still, we've got the blindfold in the image, so that still, you know, shows that whole idea of having a decision to make and not knowing which way to go. You don't have enough information, or, you know, whatever. The Three of Swords. Oh, this makes me really, yeah, this is heartbreaking. Really heartbreaking, with the swords piercing. Way to kill the mood there. Piercing the robin's heart. And the Four of Swords. This is a red-tailed hawk. The Five of Swords. And all these feathers littering the ground here. The Six of Swords. The Seven. And this is a raven. The Eight of Swords. This is a flying fox. I thought this was a bat at first, but I mean, please make a comment down below and tell me if this is actually related to a bat, or is a type of bat, not just a flying fox. Okay, and this is the 9, and that is a turkey vulture. And the 10 of Swords with a dove. This card is different from the original 10 of Swords. the original Ten of Swords had blood on the card, and I guess people found that. I don't know. This is not the only deck that I know of that has had to change, or that the creator felt that they needed to change the Ten of Swords, possibly because it was too upsetting to people. I don't know. Bit of a shame. Should have left it how it was. And the Page of Swords. And this is a monarch butterfly. Beautiful butterflies. We don't get monarchs over here in the UK, but we had them all the time back home in Canada. The Knight of Swords, the peregrine falcon. And the Queen of Swords, and this is a Eurasian owl, eagle owl. They are absolutely huge, huge birds. Eurasian eagle owl. Beautiful. And the King of Swords. And this is a harpy eagle. Moving into the Pentacles. Starting with the Ace. And the 2. See the snake winding its way between these two cards, or these two pentacles rather, two wreaths around the pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. I love this. I love this card so much. These are honeybees, Western honeybees. And of course this card is all about teamwork and, you know, working with other people, collaborating, organization. How perfect is this for that card? And the Four of Pentacles with a raccoon. And of course they're one of those animals that are known for taking things and keeping them all to themselves. They're not very good at sharing, they aren't. And the Five of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles. Here we've got so many different animals living in this tree, all living in harmony, and yeah, giving and receiving. Beautiful. Seven of Pentacles, an African elephant. Love them. The Eight, and these are beaver. Again, just a perfect choice for the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about, you know, hard work and diligence and learning your skills, perfecting your skills. You can't get much more hardworking than the North American beaver. The Nine of Pentacles, the Bengal tiger. The 10, red wolf. The Page of Pentacles, and this is the Eastern gray squirrel. The Knight, this is a gray wolf. Saw these more often than you might expect living in the mountains. Queen of Pentacles, a white-tailed deer. And the King of Pentacles with the grizzly. So I'm going to turn the camera around again. We'll give these cards a shuffle and then have a little chat about them. All right, so looking again at these cards, they're very flexible. They've got this gorgeous linen finish, which means that they have little tiny pockets of air, which makes shuffling so much easier. I'm not sure if I can show you how well these fan out here, but they fan really beautifully. They have such a nice shuffle. I love working with this deck. If I had to pick only one deck to work with every day, you know, providing that I could keep my other decks and work with them occasionally, but not every day, this would probably be the deck that I would choose. Absolutely love it. And the shuffle is so nice and is so easy. I have severe arthritis, and so shuffling a deck at the best of times is a challenge. On my worst days, my flare-up days, it's impossible. But this deck is really, really easy to shuffle. Okay, so let's talk about this deck a little bit. I've already made it clear that I love this deck. First of all, I don't think this is an ideal deck for beginners, just because although it follows the Rider-Waite-Smith system, it's not always obvious when you look at the cards what the meanings could be. So if you're a beginner, probably not a good deck. Also, having some cards in the minors which are very pippish, again, that can be very difficult for a beginner. Having said that, look at that. I love this card. I love this deck, and I guess I mean, I'm not a beginner. I consider myself a student of the tarot, and I probably will be for most of my life. I've been reading tarot off and on for 40 years. But I really don't consider myself to be any kind of an expert at all. Far from it. Far from it. I love the imagery in this deck. I love the colors. I love the animals. This deck feels like home to me. It feels like home. You know, I mean, obviously we don't have penguins in Canada. But we have wolves, we have grizzlies, we have whales, we have foxes, you know, we have otters and butterflies, and so yeah, it feels like home to me, and that's important. It's a beautiful deck, visually absolutely stunning, easy to shuffle, easy to work with. Guidebook is good, and it gives just enough information. So what do you think of this deck? I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. Is this a deck that you already own? If you do, what do you think of it? Is it a deck that you've considered buying before? If so, I hope this flip through helped you come to a decision one way or another. Thank you so much for joining me today for this flip through. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you found it useful. If you did, please give it a like. That helps my channel to grow. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell if you'd like to be notified of my upcoming videos. I'm uploading videos. I'm doing a flip through about once a week. And of course, I have my cards in a cuppa, which is about 5 days a week. Thank you again for watching. Until next time, may love and laughter light your days. Bye for now.